A top EU official called it American protectionism and announced plans to slap tariffs on hundreds of American-bound products. Similar steps have been announced by Mexico. President Trump is thinking about commuting the prison sentence of former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich.
Chatting with reporters aboard Air Force One on Thursday, Trump said he is also considering a pardon for TV personality Martha Stewart. Blagojevich was convicted of attempted bribery for political appointments and was removed from office in 2009. Stewart was convicted of obstruction and conspiracy in 2004 in a case involving stock trading. Tom Roberts, NBC News Radio.
Rainfall records are being set for May as powerful storms continue across much of the country. North Carolina had 8 inches of rainfall overnight, and the damp conditions caused a landslide that killed 2 people. Ellicott City, Maryland is under a flash flood watch today after being hit by catastrophic flooding that took the life of a National Guardsman over the weekend. More evacuations are being ordered on Hawaii's Big Island as lava from the Kilauea volcano moves toward houses and vacation rentals. Civil defense officials ushered people out yesterday as lava flows threatened to cut off a main road. You're listening to the latest from NBC News Radio.
Hi, this is Todd from the Flip Flop Investor Show. Join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. where we talk about real estate investments here in the Inland Empire. Before you go to a real estate seminar, come check out our Real Estate Investment Club that meets at the Mission Inn in Riverside every 4th Wednesday. Find out more on our weekly show at 4 p.m. Thursdays right here on KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station, where your business comes first.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title, Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. And believe it or not, this is the last show for this month. Where did this month go? I have no idea, but I hope that I had a good time being here. And let's say a big hello to Brandon, our board up. Hi, Brandon. How are you?
Hello, hello. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. There, now I can hear you better. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, and since we wanted to do this for a while, and so Brandon and I were bumping around this idea. We said, let's try it. Since it's the last week of this month, what we're going to be doing is the last week of each month, we are going to have Review Day. We're going to be talking about everybody that was on the show for the whole month and all the different events and so on and so on. And so that's what we're going to be doing, and I hope you like this idea. And then also, Rich, the other sidekick, he's sitting over here. How you doing, Rich?
Let me check. Yep, okay, I feel fine.
You sure?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like you've been out in the sun too long.
Why do I sound that way?
No, I said look, not sound. Yeah, your face looks a little tannier than
Probably
usual.
because I'm so excited over the show.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Whatever. And in a few minutes, we are going to be hearing from Teresa from Johnny's Nursery and lovely Redlands. She's going to be calling in, telling us about some of the new trees. But in the meantime, what does everybody have planned for summer? It's right here among us. Now, since all of our children and our young adults are getting out of school, what are your plans? So, Brandon, I know your schedule for school is almost over with. What are your plans?
Yeah, so my sister is graduating college, so I'm going to go to her graduation. I don't have other plans, but that's why I listen to the show. Also because I'm paid to, but I'll
Oh, I thought you just listened because you like being here, not that you're being paid for it.
I mean, two things can happen at once.
Yeah, you know, you're right. You're right. So you don't have any big summer plans yet, huh?
Not yet, but like I said, that's why I listen.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, starting next month, our feet are going to hit the ground running again. There are so many things going on next month that I'm really happy about it. A whole lot of fun. Yeah. So what are you going to be doing, Rich?
Yard work.
Okay.
What?
Nothing? Yard work?
I don't know. I just thought I'd say that. I'm going to try to figure out how to take a little vacation somewhere, some way, somehow.
Uh-huh.
But a train ride, since I'm into trains. Mm-hmm. Go from here to L.A. on the train. Go down to Olivera Street. Mm-hmm. And, I haven't ridden any of the subways in L.A. yet. And a person who's in the trains has to do that.
Well, then go do.
Yeah, and see what that's like.
Yeah, go do. Be happy.
And I can't wait for one of these days, if I'm still alive, for them to finish the high-speed rail so I can ride that.
That sounds like a plan.
And that's a whole different subject.
Well, what my plans are for the summer, I'm going to start having more fun, getting out and meeting and greeting a lot of people. Brandon, Jesse says to say hello to you.
Oh, tell him I said hi.
I will. I'll be talking to him tomorrow. All right, and he sent me some information. We're going to have some exciting times with him. The new line is kicking out, and about like every 4 to 5 months, all the new stuff comes out. And we're going to be having some new runway shows, and that's all I can say right now, but getting everybody an idea what's going on.
That's going to be fun. I like the summer fashion shows. I have a friend that's what she does. That's what she has her degree in, and the summer ones are always a lot of fun.
Oh, really? What's her name?
Her name is Amelia.
Not Earhart.
Is she Amelia? What was her last name? I met the last time I seen Jess when we did the last runway show. There was a girl there, and now I remember the first name, but I can't remember. Did she have blondish brown hair?
No, she has sort of medium-length black hair.
Then there's two different people, or else she dyed her hair since the last time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's two different people, but yeah, she's a really nice person, and I really like seeing what she gets involved in during the summer, because that's usually the exciting time for her.
Well, maybe we can get something together. Maybe get her and Jesse together, and when we get the invitations about for the next show, I'll say, "Hey, can I bring 1 or 2 people?" He always says yes. And then maybe you can come with us.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah. Okay, so now we know that, and it's almost 15 after 3, and pretty soon Teresa will be on the phone with us. And I think Brandon is about ready to ring-a-ding her, so that's pretty cool. And then also, like I said, we are waiting to hear from 7 different people. And we're going to start off with all this good stuff and see what happens. So do you have anything else more to say right now while we're waiting for Teresa?
No, I'm just carefully listening.
Carefully listening?
Yes.
Why? Are you afraid you're going to fall down if you don't listen?
No, I'm already sitting down, so I can't fall down.
Yeah, you could fall out of the chair.
Fall out of the chair. I could just see that.
Yes.
Okay, folks, I'm going to do the fall out of the chair trick.
Oh, and also falling out of chairs. Thank you for reminding me. Also, we are going to be talking towards the end of the show. We're going to remind you about different things to do to get your house ready for sale, because everybody is getting in that mood. Revamping, re-cleaning, this and that. And Rich and I are very 2 good friends that are in that business. We've been picking up a lot of tips, and so then we can pass it on down to you.
Most people find that they clean the house and do more things when they're getting ready for sale than they ever do for themselves.
That's so true.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, because what happens is we put all of our stuff in there and we get so comfortable, we don't even think about it.
Yeah, and you don't have time. You're doing other things. But before you know it, you're cleaning the grout on your countertop. You're painting rooms. You're changing rugs. You may even redo the kitchen, work on the backyard, and you look up and you go, wait a minute, why didn't I do this for myself all these years I've been here?
Well, they say since we got into this, the first thing that I learned very quickly from a number of realtors, when you are getting ready for a sale, The biggest mistake anybody can do is put out a lot of money on redoing your floors, your kitchens, your bathrooms, whatever it is. Because 9 out of 10 times when the new buyer comes in, they're going to end up redoing what they want.
Yeah, it may work on house flippers in Texas, but it doesn't work here.
Right, and the biggest thing, just make sure it's thoroughly cleaned, de-junk as much as possible, for when people come in to look at it, they can visualize their stuff in the house instead of your stuff.
Well, I tell you what kills me on these
A
shows. I hope not.
A shovel over
on
the
these
head?
shows, they talk about, we bought the house for $90,000. We put $30,000 in it, so we got $120,000 in. We sold it for $140,000. We made $20,000. Excuse me?
Yeah.
How about the realtors commission, all the title insurance, everything else? No, you didn't make $20,000. Everybody else made a ton of money.
Yes.
And so when I hear that, I go, now that's not exactly right.
Well, we'll come back to this subject. And Brandon, I see the light flashing. Whom do we have?
We have Teresa from Johnny's Nursery.
Oh, good. And this is her song, huh?
Yeah, this is what I chose for her.
Okay. Let's play a little bit of the song. Hi, Teresa. Stay with us, honey. This is for you.
How are you, Beth? I'm really great as well.
Okay, listen to your song a little bit.
Alrighty.
Catching a teeth. Life goes on, it gets so heavy. The wheel breaks the butterfly. Every tear a waterfall.
All right.
Yes, I was talking to Brandon when I got here, and I says, it's the last show of the month. We're going to be here next week, so don't worry, everybody. It's just the last show of the month. And we're finding different songs for everybody. So I hope you kind of like that tune a little bit.
I love it. I think it's absolutely wonderful.
Good, yay. Brandon, you hit it right. Yay.
Woohoo!
And talking about summer right around the corner, Teresa, would you please tell all of us what one should do for when they start putting in their new plants or their garden or their herb garden or their trees and all of that stuff?
I just think that people need to absolutely realize that we're going to get hot because that's what we do here in the Inland Empire, and that when we're starting to get above 100 degrees, that they need to remember they need to give their stuff a supplemental watering the night before when we know it's going to be really, really, really hot. But we're still having, our May gray and our June gloom. So when we have that, we have a nice, even temperature for the morning. So that's really, really nice. So you may or may not need to do as much watering as you might have thought.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And what the past couple of mornings, because we live up higher on the mountain here.
Right.
And the fog was so bad it looked like pea soup, which is a stupid statement, but that's what it looked like. You couldn't see across the street. I says, I'm not watering right now.
Yeah. Right.
And then now with all the different flowers that people love, because the variety is humongously big. It seems like every year we're getting new flowers in. What should one do or do not do when you first do that first planting?
That first planting, it's really important to make sure that we have a lot of water in the hole. That's the number one thing that we need to make sure. So we need to make sure that if we're planting something that that has been maybe partially shade grown, we need to make sure that we're giving it the right area in which to plant.
So if it was growing up in the shade, when you go home, don't put it in the sun.
Correct.
Try to find the shade area.
Correct, absolutely.
What about using vitamin B1? I always hear about that.
Well, now it's called, it used to be called the Nurserymen's Association. They did now it's CAN, they did a 22-year study on using things like vitamin B1. And, of course, I don't want anybody to be offended, but what they came out with was if you take a plant and you dig a hole and you throw the plant in the hole and then you backfill it with dirt, and then you take the same type of plant, and then you dig a hole and you follow the instructions with vitamin B1, and then you take the same plant and you dig a hole and you fill that hole full of water 2 to 3 times prior to planting the plant, then what happens is that the first plant is going to suffer and go into shock because it didn't get any water whatsoever. It's like taking your shoes off and having you walk across hot concrete or hot asphalt. You're burning, you're upsetting your roots, so they're going to go into shock. The second and the third test, the second test with the vitamin B1, and then the third test with the water, exactly the same.
Really?
So what they found out is that what is necessary is to continuously give the plant the first watering. So we tell people whether you're planting in 100-degree weather or you're planting in 42-degree weather, we want you to plant the exact. We want you to make sure that your hole is no deeper than what the soil level is in the container. We do want you to go a little bit wider, and then we want you to fill your hole full of water 2 to 3 times, letting it drain each and every time. And then we want you to put the plant in. And then after the plant is in, we haven't added any dirt, we're going to go ahead and fill the hole up with water again 3 times, letting it drain and penetrate between each watering. Then when you're starting to put your backfill soil in, we want you to use a hose or a watering bucket, and we want that water to be that dirt to be really, really, really muddy. And then you're going to make a nice little moat around it, not a trough, but a moat, and then you fill that up 3 times. So in essence, your plant has then gotten 10 drinks of water that day.
So that's cool.
So you're saying you can't really overwater when you're planting.
Not the first day, no, not the first day or 2 days.
You won't be drowning the
No,
poor
not
thing.
at all.
Okay, and the vitamin B1 is what? A matter of choice or
It's
not?
going to be a matter of choice. You know what? I have people all the time that go, "Okay, I just feel better when I put it in." Then put it in.
Okay.
Well, if
It's definitely not going to harm anything. There's going to be some vitamins and things of that nature that are good for the plant, but it's not necessarily needed for the plant. And it's not something that we carry a lot of products here at the nursery, and it's not one product that I carry because it's not a necessity.
Sure.
okay, now I have a very important.
By the way, Bev, do I hear a dog in the
You
background?
do. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm at the nursery, of course, and we are very pet friendly. And so we are pet friendly and we are children friendly, so both 2-legged and 4-legged. And I have 2 of my very own too, and they're in their kennel. And I have a customer that is here, and they're walking around with their little corgi.
Oh.
And so my dog is like, I absolutely want to play.
Oh,
but
okay.
Anyway.
Well, I thought they were just screaming because they wanted to be on the show. Mommy, let me on the show.
Oh, that might be it too.
Well, they're talking with mommy,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And they agree with mommy. Yeah. Now, Teresa, I got a question to ask you.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of weird sometimes, but this has crossed my mind.
Sometimes?
When we're going to bypass that.
Uh-oh.
When we're all done watering, and then the plant is in there, after the 3 times, let it settle, put it in, the plant in, and then the watering, and then put, the extra dirt mixed in with it, and then watering. When it gets to be a big mud puddle, can we play in that mud to make the plant happier?
I knew that was
or
coming.
Or could we take some mud and throw it at somebody, if you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, boy.
You know what? If there's someone that you don't really care for and you want to throw some mud, that's just going to have to be on you, Bev. But you might have maybe like a mud show going on, where you
Yeah.
I don't know, do some angel wings in it.
Yeah, we got to try that. I think we would have quite fun. you know what I mean?
Now, while we're talking about plants, I'm sitting here thinking the biggest thing everybody has, or just about everybody, is a lawn. So we're in the springtime, and my lawn's been growing really nice because it's been wet and what have you, but I haven't fed it anything. And so what can we do for that lawn to get it ready for summer?
So here's a few things. You live locally, and so we get so hot, and people want to always water more, and they don't really need to do that. The first thing that I'm going to recommend is depending upon the size of your lawn, I want you to get some peat moss, and then which is readily available here at the nursery. When I want you to work the peat moss into your lawn, the reason why I want you to do that is because peat moss will hold water and without causing a fungus. So it'll hold moisture, but it won't cause the fungus. And we want you to put that in there and work that in so you will be watering less during the hot months. It's an inexpensive way to go ahead and take care of that.
So,
the other thing is that I want you to then grab a fungicide.
What?
A fungicide, or some people say fungicide for like fungus. I want you to grab what's called a fungicide, Fungicide. It can be either in granular form or liquid form. I just prefer the liquid form. You can get that in a hose end sprayer, and then you want to spray your entire lawn, because what happens is we get to the high humidities that we get, and people will be watering their grass sometimes a little bit more. Nobody, there might be people that are going to go, well, I'm not going to put peat moss in my grass. She's crazy. But I'm just going to water it a little bit more. So when something like that happens, then you can create a fungus, because you have the situation is right for it with the humidity. And so then now we get a fungus, and the fungus can be a dollar patch or a fairy ring. And then I have many customers that come in to me and they go, what is the problem with my lawn? We eliminate that it's not a dog problem, so we don't have a urination or a nitrogen problem where it's killing the grass. So what happens is then you get this, what looks like that, and that small patch that you see that is dead, that's only the tip of the iceberg. You've got probably another 2 to 3 feet that has already died, but you just haven't seen it. So what we want to do is we want to prevent that from happening. So we want to make sure that we're putting our fungicide or fungicide down for lawns to prevent that. And again, it comes in both granular and a liquid form. I just perform the liquid form because it works a lot faster. And then the peat moss, which is really important. And then I'd like for people who live where there's really a high clay content, where people tend to want to know why their lawn is yellowing and it's not a fungus problem, and why is it? And because we have the clay, I like people to put on a soil penetrant. We sell a granular form, and what that does is it creates microbiotic holes that allow the penetration of water to go down, and so those roots won't be sitting in water, which causes the yellow and then can cause them to die. So those are the 3 things that I recommend. I recommend, of course, fertilizing. I recommend putting peat moss in, and then if you live in a high fungicide, and then if you live where you have high clay for your soil, then I also recommend putting a soil penetrant.
Well, at the risk of going out to left field, so if you do what you say, there won't be a fungus among us.
Correct.
I was waiting for somebody to say that one.
Oh, you thought of that too. But, the thing I think about too is I was told, don't just water like crazy every day and a little bit. Water deep and a little bit less.
So if you're watering, especially here in California, well, here in Redlands, we still have our drought watering restrictions, even though we're out of the drought. So, but we still want to water. We don't want to drown our lawn. So, I'm going to agree with that partially, but it really depends upon where you're at. I would much rather see, shorter stints of watering, but more often.
Really?
Now that makes perfect sense. And Teresa, would you please bump out your contact information so people know where you are?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. So this is Johnny's Nursery. We are located at 13024 Santa Mateo Canyon Road in the city of Redlands, on the way to the county landfill. Our entrance is on Refuse Roads. My telephone number is 909-798-5929. You can reach us on the web at johnnysnurseryofredlands.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram of Johnny's Nursery of Redlands. And we are looking forward to having people come in so we can answer any of your questions that you might have.
Well, there is one question, darling.
Yeah.
Bump out to your phone and number.
My phone number, again, is 909-798-5929. 5929. That's 909-798-5929. We are here Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. We are closed on Sundays.
And folks, if you're listening to this with all this nice information and the way she talks, you could get that in person right there and actually talk to a person that knows the answer. I hate to go to places where they've hired people and they really don't know. Well, I'm working in plumbing, but I'll help you with this plan. Duh. The other thing I wanted to say was that right just above you there is where they sell that tremendous amount of soil you can get by the truckloads, a 50-50 mix or a 60-40.
You can, absolutely you can.
I've gotten truckloads of that brought in, and that is the most wonderful stuff in the universe. And, the setup, like, I've got it a foot deep in some places. And you put a lawn on top of that, and you better have a good mower.
I know, right?
But
they'll get it growing.
Yeah, they'll sell it by, like 15 yards or whatever it is on either a 50-50 or 60-40. And it's wonderful stuff in big amount. Instead of going, let's say, if you got a smaller patch, obviously you just come to you or a nursery and buy some top dressing or dirt or whatever. But if you've got literally hundreds of feet you want to cover or you want to go real deep, then get the truckload. It's right there.
That's right. So it's right next door. So we work together very well.
Very good.
And the one thing that I want to say to everybody, because we are through the full United States, 192 countries, and more everywhere now. And tomorrow, all the new listings will be posted. I got some more info, and I'm so excited for all of us here on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. And the thing about Teresa, as everybody knows, when I recommend somebody, I do my homework. And Teresa is right on top of that list.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. If you need any trees, plants, vegetables, herbs, a good giggle, whatever, go and see Teresa. I highly recommend her.
No extra charge for giggles.
No, thank you.
That's right. The giggles are free. And one more time, Teresa, bump out your contact information, please.
All righty. So we are located at 13024 San Mateo Canyon Road in the city of Redlands. We're on the way to the county landfill. That's the dump, people. And then our entrance is on Refuse Road, and telephone number is 909-798-5929. You can visit us on the web at johnnysnurseryofredlands.com, also on Instagram and Facebook at Johnny's Nursery of Redlands. We're so excited that you have let us be part of your show. It's such a great pleasure to always talk with you.
Right back to you, and thank you very much. Say hi to the family, and say hi to the doggies and the plants and the orangutans and everybody else that you have over there. And as soon as I have 2 minutes to myself to come over and visit, I'm going to come over and visit. I want to check out some of your herbs.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Okay?
All right.
All right, honey, thank you, and I'll talk to you early next month sometime.
All right, thank you so much. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She is one of the nicest people I met in a long time. And I'll tell you guys, when you go over there, the size of that nursery is it's huge. And then she chipped in and gave gift certificates away on Mother's Day. And the two mommies that one got over there and found some beautiful plants. And, she's really cool.
Well, what I like is you can come up there and talk to somebody that has the answers. Mm-hmm. And that's more important than anything. You go out and buy things for your garden or whatever, and you foul it up in some way, and you wonder what just happened. So this way you know what you're doing.
Yes. Now, moving right along. Hey, Brandon, you want to know where we're going to go next?
Where we're going to go next?
We're going to go in the big city of Yucaipa, and we're going to be talking about Bob, from the owner of M&N Carpets and Yucaipa on Yucaipa Boulevard.
To the big city we go!
Yay! And are you buckled in the car with your seatbelt and everything?
Let me put my seatbelt on. All right, there. Now I am.
Okay, good, because I'm driving, so you don't need your seatbelt.
I'll ride my bike.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, jerk it. And do we have any kind of music? Of course we have music. Anything kind of off the wall for carpeting and flooring?
Carpet music?
Yes, carpet music.
Flooring music?
Yes. See, so you got to have a good floor and a good carpet. Since summer is coming and you're going to have parties, and people like to dance on the carpeting or on the wood flooring, and they like to dance.
Yeah, here's some music to dance to.
You picked
Oh,
it
that's,
right
I
up.
like that.
My heart knows it better than I know myself, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna let it do all the talking. I came across a place in the middle of nowhere with a big black horse.
Brandon
on
would make a good
shirt.
DJ. He knows the songs to pick.
Yes. Oh, and I have something to tell you later on about a DJ.
All right.
Yes. Well, thank you, Brandon. And we're talking about Bob, the owner of M&M Carpets and Yucaipa on Yucaipa Boulevard. And the address is 33575 Yucaipa Boulevard, zip code 92399. The phone number is 909-790-1929. And if you are looking to get new carpeting, if you want new flooring, like even your stairs going upstairs or downstairs, whichever way you're walking, and that needs new carpeting. You want something nice for your backyard, like on a patio or something, you're having a special event, go over to see Bob. I was in his shop 3 times, and absolutely I could not make up my mind. He has everything from the very short pallet, you know, the real thin stuff like for outdoors,
Yeah.
like your patio or something, all the way up where your foot sinks and you can't see the top of your foot.
All right. Like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous. And then they do the padding, you know, the different thickness of the padding. Then they put the carpeting on, and they show you the proper way to maintain it, the right kind of vacuum to use on it, when to vacuum, and then also on stairs. And did you know you vacuum your stairs different than in your living room or dining room or bedrooms?
Oh,
Yes. Do you know why?
nope.
Think of the way your carpeting comes down your stairs. Think about it.
I'm thinking.
All right, you have a step. You put your foot on the step, right? The carpeting is there. On the back of that step, there's a backing. There's carpeting there, and it just keeps on going up
Right,
and up
right,
and
right.
up and up. So you cannot use a regular vacuum cleaner because of the size of a regular vacuum cleaner to vacuum your stairs. That's why when you go out to buy a new vacuum, and you might already have it, make sure the attachments are there with the hose, and there's a little piece, and it's about yay big. You plug it in, and you vacuum the stairs in one direction. Did you know that? You don't go back and forth. One direction.
I don't know.
Yes, and you know why? Because your stairs get more wear and tear from walking or running or sliding up and down the stairs as we do sometimes when we are children. And if you go in the same direction, it will keep the piles from standing up, and they won't get worn down and get flat like a pancake.
Well, whether they stand up or they're already down, they're going to go down the more you walk on them.
No, because the way you walk on them.
Anyway,
Yes, you didn't know that, did you? Aha. And then they have, if you want wood flooring, the different he has over 80 different kinds of wood, different colors, different designs for wood floors, like for your kitchen, your entranceway, where your bedrooms, wherever you want it. And I'm going to tell you, this guy is really cool.
well, what I like about him is his prices are good.
Very good. Very good.
You know, sometimes you think you go to the big store and you get all these fantastic deals, but you have to watch what you're getting.
Oh,
First, you got to compare apples to apples.
you got to do your homework. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay. So we talked to Teresa. We talked to Bob from M&M Carpets. His address is 33575 Yucaipa Boulevard, Yucaipa 92399. Phone number 909-790-1929. They are closed on Sunday. And now we're going to be moving on to, guess who we're going to be talking to next, guys?
I don't know.
You don't know? What were you playing something with your fingers here like you're dancing?
Yeah, I'm
You
breaking.
got that song in your head, don't you? Well, what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be coming back. We're going to talk about Carmen from the veterinarians, Paul from Mace Air. So stay tuned.
Thank you, Inland Empire, for listening to KCAA Radio.
Hi, this is Cliff from Cliff's Pest Control. Have you had problems with pests lately? Cliff's Pest Control has been in business for over 40 years and is family owned and operated. We can take care of your general pest problems, that's the ants, spiders, all the crawling bugs, and we also can take care of your termite problems. You can reach us at 909-887-1862. That's 909-887-1862. That's Cliff's Pest Control, Inc., serving the Inland Empire for over 40 years.
Hi, my name is Don, and I work with my wife Marie. We are holistic health practitioners specializing in magnetic therapy. Got pain, get relief. We are the Got Pain people. The benefits of magnetic therapy are speed up healing time, reduce discomfort and pain, reduce inflammation, detoxify your body, help improve blood flow. Got pain, get relief. We are the Got Pain people. With MD Jar Magnetics, we can be reached at 951-743-6903. We help to relieve pain without the dangerous side effects of drugs. Some of the other benefits of biomagnetism are a safe alternative for the treatment of over 500 ailments, including cancers, chronic back pain, migraines, asthmas, cysts, tumors, acne, arthritis, knee pain, sports injuries, broken bones, high blood pressure, diabetes, fibromyalgia, sciatica, multiple sclerosis, stroke recovery. It also helps reconnect the brain to the nerves. We are located in Yucaipa, and we are the Got Pain people. With MD Jar Magnetics, got pain, get relief. 951-743-6903. Once again, 951-743-6903.
If you own or work at a restaurant, bar, or nightclub, here's an important message to help improve your bottom line. At Starflight Entertainment, we rent professional karaoke DJ systems. The monthly cost is affordable, and Starflight systems are easy to operate. For more information, call me, Rich, or Bev at Starflight Entertainment, 909-797-7291. Starflight karaoke systems have great sound, and Starflight provides a large selection of songs, everything from the 40s to today's latest hits. We at Starflight Entertainment will supply a professional karaoke jockey, or we'll train someone for you. The Starflight system can also be used almost like a jukebox during your slower times. Starflight Entertainment has been in business since 1989, and many bars, restaurants, and clubs have been customers for up to 10 years. Starflight covers San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange, and Los Angeles counties, and we can help improve your business. So remember the name Starflight Entertainment, and remember 909-797-7291.
Starflight Entertainment.
San Bernardino, Loma Linda, Rialto listens to KCAA Radio.
Brandon, you're picking the best songs all day. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're back. And, I'm going to switch the list a little bit. We were talking about our gardening and our trees with Teresa from Johnny's Nursery. And, we talked about Bob from M&M Carpets. You know what? Let's talk about Paul, the owner of Mace Air. And everybody, and Teresa was talking about how hot it gets, like we all know. If you all have an air conditioner that's making weird sound, like it's going kaplunk, 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 or ding-a-ling-a-ling, or bangy, 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 all these weird sounds, and it's not getting cold, it's getting hot, that's when you got to call Paul at Mace Air, because that thing is telling you it's in danger.
And do it now, because in the next week it's going to get over 100 degrees.
Oh, is that the
weather
forecast?
Yeah, it will. On Saturday, it's going to be 100, Sunday 102, Monday 103. So, yeah, do
Ouch.
it today.
So you got to keep those kerplunks from coming, right?
Yeah, the bangity bangs and the
bangity
bangs.
bangs. Are there any others?
When I think about it, I'll tell you. And Paul is in San Bernardino, and his address is 24992 5th Street, Suite B, B as in baby. The zip code is 92410. His phone number is 909 862-4462, and the cell is 909-289-2839. And if you are driving and you can't write this all down, don't worry about it. Tomorrow, go to Facebook. You'll see my post, and everybody we're talking about today will be on that post again tomorrow. But it's really serious, and a lot of times, Paul was telling us when we were talking to him, he'd get different phone calls, and people were panicking. All it was basically is they had to change their filter out, or what are the runners that the air conditioner is stuck in is coming loose or something. But seriously, his prices, you cannot beat them. I highly recommend them. And so that's Paul from Mace Air. And the cell phone number is 909-289-2839. He's been in business for a long time. And talking about air.
It's usually, by the way, two things.
What?
You have to change your filters. You could really step on your own foot not doing that.
Wait. How do you not change your filter and step on your foot?
You take your left foot, you put it down the ground, you take your right foot and you step on it. No? The other way around? Anyway, the filters, the other thing is a lot of times you'll find out that the Freon has gone down for one reason or another. And they check that real quick and they can replace that. And sometimes it's not a big deal. It's not something that they have to really find and fix. But they can tell. If there's a leak somewhere, they know how to look for that. But it's usually one of those two things.
And before you do anything, a lot of people think, it's the vent or it's this or it's that. Before you get up there and messing around with it, if you don't have any idea, call Paul at Mace Air, because you could be up there doing something that you're not supposed to be doing and make it 10 times worse. You know what I mean? It's like if you don't feel good and you say, well, I know what's wrong, and you decide that you're going to take a pill and, oh, my wrist hurts, so I'm going to cut it to re-stitch it or something. Don't do that. Call the specialist first. It will save you so much time.
Don't get me
so
on
many
pills.
Headaches.
Don't get me on pills.
Yes. Okay, and then that's Paul at Mace Air, and the cell phone number is 909-289-2839, and I highly recommend them. Now, the other thing that we got to do?
The other thing?
The other thing we got to do.
The other thing there?
Yeah. You know what? We got to talk about our animals.
And what?
Our animals.
How do you spell that?
Just how it sounds. Our dogs, cats, orangutans, elephants, giraffes, kitty cats, dogs, whatever we have, right? Now, they're going to start feeling the heat here pretty soon, if they're not already feeling it with all that fur. They need a little TLC. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I don't know. You know what you're going to do?
No, what are you going to do
Okay. Hey, Brandon, you know what you're going to do?
Who you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
No, Carmen at Calamasa Veterinarian Clinic. And guess what? They're in Calamasa.
Are they?
Yes,
Really?
on Calamasa Boulevard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All you got to remember is Calamasa. And and her phone number over there is 909-795-0030. I knew Carmen for a very, very long time. She takes care of our two kitties. I seen some of the immaculate work that she did on some of these poor little animals, the abused animals and so on and so on. And they need a good checkup too, and get them ready for summertime in the heat. And especially with our female dogs and our female kittens, it's that time of year that they like to go out and have a good time. And if you don't want a little bambino coming, very quickly, call Carmen and her staff, bring them in, and they will be fixed where you won't have any bambinos running around.
Wait a minute. If you're going to get a bambino, is that an Italian cat?
Yes.
Do you feed it spaghetti instead of cat food?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Folks,
yes.
You're going down left field here.
And they talk in Italian.
They talk.
Yeah.
Well,
and my
speaking
cat,
of that.
wait a minute. My cat, one of my cats, Sophia, she loves getting up in the window by the kitchen counter And I don't want the animals on the counter. So when I first got her, I sprayed her with water, and she kind of got used to that. So now I just snap my finger and go, get out of there.
They know what you're
She jumps
saying.
off, she looks at the floor, she looks at me, and she meows like, all right already.
They seem to have a language of their own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are different words they say, and you know what's going on.
Right, and then also with this heat, they may need their certain shots, on their ages, bring them over. Some of the hair is so long that they may need a good trim and a little haircut thing to it. There's different do's and don'ts on the food that you should feed your animals during the summer, how much water to feed them. When you take them out for a walk, especially the cats and the dogs, that cement in the parking lots and the sidewalks get so hot. Get the little booties, because if you don't, they can burn their feet. And you know what it's like when our feet get hot, they get it 10 times worse.
Well, my thing is I don't let the cats out because they'd love to go out and explore, but you've got all kinds of things out there in the dirt, from fleas to bugs,
All
to,
different kind of buggies.
germs, everything, and they might tend to get sick more often.
Yes.
And they could also get attacked by something or whatever, especially if you just let them out at night and up in our area, they'll get eaten. So in order to prevent that, they're kind of house cats.
So you know what you're going to do?
What you going to do?
This is what you're going to do. You're going to call Miss Carmen at Calamasa Veterinarian Clinic in Calamasa on Calamasa Boulevard, and her phone number is 909-795-0030. Her and her staff, they've been there for years, and Carmen is the head kahuna over there, and also they have another clinic in Riverside, Woodcrest Clinic, and she is there also. So call them, tell them what's wrong with the animals, your birds, whatever you got, snakes, whatever you got. Call them, make an appointment, and take care of them for the summertime.
And if you remember to tell them Bev and Carmen said to come in there and call, they'll treat you right.
Yeah, you'll get a free lollipop.
Really?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
And then now the last thing that I want to bring up, because I'm looking at the clock, the next biggest thing, people keep on saying I'm harping on these items, about our animals. The next thing is insurance. Guys, think about it. More people are going to be traveling. More people are going on holidays. They're going every other which way. Call your insurance agent and double check. Make sure you have all the insurance that you need, especially with the children and the young adults that are playing in sports in different locations, or they're in your backyard playing. If somebody gets hurt, are your child or your young adults or yourself covered? What happens when somebody's on your property and they use your swimming pool and something happens? Are you covered? And is that other person covered? All of these things, check them now before things really get crazy busy. And our insurance agent is Violet and Ben from Farmers Insurance. Had them for years, and I'm not saying this because they're our agents. It's true. They're one of the best top agencies around, Farmers Insurance. I just love their policies. And then when you're planning on going on holiday, you need extra insurance. You're taking the boat out. You're going skiing, this and that and everything else. Call them and double check and make sure you have all the coverage that you are going to need. And if your children are going to summer camp or whatever, check all of that. You're done. It's better just make a phone call now to make sure you're covered than have to pay the price later on somewhere.
The other thing is, it's not really cheap to have your animals treated today. It is what it is. Doctors are expensive no matter for who. You can buy insurance for your animals too.
And get her phone number, Farmers Insurance.
And so you can buy insurance for your animals too.
Yes.
There you go.
No, that's Carmen. That was for the veterinarians.
Okay.
Check with the insurance company, please. And the phone for Carmen at Calamasa Veterinarian Clinic is 951-990-3760. 3768. Again, it's 951-990-3768, and that is for the clinic. Calamasa Veterinary Clinic in Calamasa on Calamasa Boulevard. Yes, and in front of my notes, unfortunately, would you please check for Violet and Ben's phone number to their office over here in Yucaipa? Thank you. That's the one thing I don't have. While he's double checking, because I don't want to give anybody the wrong number. So while he is checking that, we can talk a little bit more. And like I said, all this information will be posted tomorrow on Facebook. And also, next week, we are going to be talking to Jill and Teresa and for Youth Hope. And for the Women's Real Estate Association, we're going to be talking about them. And also, there's 5 other places that we're going to mention to get us all healthy for summertime. Oh, and Brandon, do you know the best place to go to get the best haircut ever?
Is that Fantastic Sam's?
You got it.
How did I know?
Oh, because you go to the best like I do. Yes, and our good friends Marie and her staff. And Fantastic Sam's, we go to the one on Yucaipa Boulevard in Yucaipa. They have all the new hair colors to do, all the haircuts. They have all the moisturizers, shampoos, everything that you need. Go to them, guys, and I'll tell you some of the new cuts. If I didn't get my hair done when I got a cut when I did, I would have had it long enough to do another cut that I just seen.
Hey,
Yes.
so the number for Violetta, is it the same one that you gave me?
Yes. Is it on your file?
Yeah, all right. So I have it right here. It's 760-485-5035. That's 760-485-5035.
Thank you, Brandon. I knew I had it written down somewhere. Yes, I got it. And yeah, and then that is. Do you have the main office?
I don't know what I have.
Okay. All right. For Violet, she is the head kahuna over there at Farmers Insurance, and her number is 760-485-5035. And Brandon, thank you for seeing that on the notes. And if there's anything that you all would like to hear about, if there is a business that you know about that you like them to be on, just give us a call and we will talk to them and get them on. And there's going to be more events coming up. So next week we'll be talking about that, new different shops and things to do and places to go.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! And so I hope we helped you all out. And do you have anything? Oh, you know who we forgot? Rich.
What?
We forgot. How about having your car checked out?
How about it?
That would be a good thing to do in all of the heat and stuff. And you and Brandon are the car mechanics. I know somewhat, but not that much. So what do you think somebody should do first thing to check their engine to start going on a holiday? How about all the fluids in your engine?
I was about to say, I feel like for summer, one of the most important things would be radiator levels. Mm-hmm. Those are dangerous to check, though, so be really careful when you check those.
You got to check them cold.
Yeah, you have to check them cold. If you try to check them warm, you will get injured.
Very badly.
The other thing is, if you haven't changed your coolant, you should consider that for the summer. That's the time to do it before summer.
Well, you should be doing it now then.
And, of course, oil, obviously.
Now, wait a minute. You said oil. What is it? Olive oil or canola oil? What kind of oil?
Extra virgin olive oil. That's what
that's the best oil ever.
Yeah.
Makes your car run great. It has such a low flash point.
Yes, especially when you saute your onions and garlic in it.
I can go somewhere else with that, but we'll leave that alone.
Yeah, and then the other thing, how about checking your tires?
Of course. Make sure they're inflated correctly.
So, anecdote about that, I was late to work here yesterday because I took a nail to the tire. So, definitely check your tires.
Ow.
Well, the other thing is, and I've done it to our vehicle, is I use nitrogen in the tires.
Yeah.
They run cooler. They also put a different color cap on, so everybody knows if you stop in anywhere to fill it, that they're either going to use nitrogen or they're going to tell you to go where you have nitrogen.
Yeah, it's a little green cap.
Yeah, it's a different color. And yes, in an emergency, you can mix air with it, but if you can keep it pure nitrogen, they do run a lot cooler, especially on a hot pavement in the summer.
Yeah. And also, when you are traveling, even if it's not long distance, have a little cooler in your back seat where it's easier to get to. Have some bottled water in there, something for you don't get dehydrated, and especially for the children, And make sure check out the seatbelts in your vehicles. If you have toddlers, check out the car seat. Make sure that everything works. Your airbags work. Yes.
Oh, I was just...
Oh.
Hey. But, I had something to add anyways. So if you have a car like mine, I have a black car with a black interior.
Ouch.
So keeping water bottles out in the open are a bad idea. But my air conditioner, the filter for my air conditioner is in my glove compartment. So my glove compartment tends to stay pretty cool, at least if I've been driving my car for more than a few minutes. So that's a good place to put the water bottles. Just make sure they're sealed up tight.
There you go. And make sure you have a first aid kit in there.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
And most people don't realize a lot of cars have filters for their air conditioning and heating system. You've got to ask about that. Most people don't know.
Well,
all right.
That happy note, Brandon, thank you for another good show. Rich, thanks for being here. And tomorrow morning, all of the people that we talked about today will be on Facebook tomorrow. Be safe, be happy. We'll talk to you next week, same time, same station. And Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band is dancing us out. Thanks. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.